Now, given the following sequence, un is 1 plus sine squared of n over n squared, we want to find the limit of un as n goes to infinity. So the first thing is, if we try to find this one, so we will get the limit of 1 plus sine squared of n is changing. Okay, it's not fixed. Okay, it moves up and down between 1 and 2, and we'll see why. Okay, so the best way is to use the squeeze theorem. Okay, the squeeze theorem is saying that if we have a sequence that's trapped between, let's say, some sequence Vn and another one omega sub n, okay, and if this one goes to L, this one goes to L, then the limit of un is L. So un that we wish to find its limit is trapped between two sequences that they have the same limit. So then the one trapped inside has the same limit as these two. Okay, so here we want to see how to use this result here. What our un first is this sequence, and we want to find the Vn and the omega n. Okay, so we're going to use some algebra to do that. So we know that the sine of n is always between -1 and 1. Okay, so the sine squared is between 0 and 1. Okay, so now we add 1 to both sides. We have 1 plus sine squared of n is between 1 and 2. Divide everything by n, so we have 1 over n squared. 1 plus sine squared of n over n squared is less than 2 over n squared. Okay, now we have un is trapped between 1 over n squared and 2 over n squared. So this is the result that we said here. So this is our Vn and this is our Wn. Okay, so what's the limit here? The limit is 0. Here the limit is 0. So that means the limit of u sub n is 0 as n goes to infinity. Okay, so we use the squeeze theorem to find the limit here. Very useful, very powerful. The most important thing is to know how to use it, and also try to use some bracketing. Try to restrict your sequence between two numbers or two sequences that you know their limits. Like in our case, we know this one. Okay, this is 0, this is 0. So our limit has 0 value. Okay, and more on one key idea here is that sometimes I jumped here quickly. You need to do this once. Okay, so here I didn't explain how I got this one, but to see this, so split this bracket in here, split it in two. So you have sine of n is between 0 and -1, and sine of n is between 0 and 1. And after that you can square. How do you square? You multiply sine by itself, and you get sine squared between 0 and 1. Pay attention to this. Sometimes you will need it, and you don't want to make the mistake of like quickly jump into the conclusions. I did this one because I know this result. Okay, I know the ordering, how to do order. Make sure that you know this. Okay, because when you have like x between -1 and 2, what's x squared between what and what? You're not gonna say x squared is between 1 and 4. Okay, No, x squared is between 0 and 4. Okay? So you need to see this. How do you get this? You need to be able to do more ordering. Okay, very useful when dealing with the squeeze theorem and trying to find some upper bound and lower bound to find the limit of your sequence. Thank you.